Yo, do you remember the Lava Chicken song from the Minecraft movie with Jack Black? It just put a smile on my face, so I decided to make a remix, but this time more happy but less cheesy kind of remix that you can grab from my Patreon if you want. Okay, so first we need to prepare the vocals. And I'm going to use Lalala to split the instruments. So dropping in the original, this is what Lalala made.
Chicken.
So we can drag the vocals into Ableton and I set the tempo to 174. It sounds good, but I missed the highs, so let's add a little more. But now the S's are a little too harsh, so I'm dropping a de-esser.
Steve's Lava Chicken.
Let's add the reverb, and I'm going to use the Space Blender. That sounds really good, I love this one. And basically the vocal is set. So let's drop in some drums. Okay, so we don't need the original, but let's make a MIDI and let's build up the drums. So classic drum and bass beat. Some hi-hats. Okay, so let's play it along with the vocals so we can feel the rhythm too.
Chicken.
Okay, I want to drop something here like an extra.
Steve's Lava Chicken, yes, tasty as hell.
So it gives a little nice 70s swing to it. Let's drop an open hi-hat.
Chicken.
We need a ride from the factory library.
Chicken.
Now the kick is too dry, so let's drop an open hi-hat on it.
Chicken.
We are almost done, we just need some percussion.
Chicken.
But we need some shuffles. And one more hi-hat loop for the drop to rise the tension. And let's lay down the chords, that is the most important part here. Okay, so it starts from C minor, and then goes to F minor, and A sharp minor. So let's record them. Quantize the note. Let's add some bass notes to the chords. Okay, so these two chords sound a lot better lower, and let's flip this note. Now the chord arrangement is a little tricky, because this is the section that repeats itself. Okay, now the chords are laid down, we need some nice sounds presets. We definitely want to kill the 400 Hz area, because it collides with the vocals. Yeah, works. Okay, so we just need to duplicate this one and find a new sound for it. But this time a rhythmical one like this. It already is grooving. We need another rhythmical one. So like in the factory library, the PL Adam would sound great, but with some ARP. Yeah, it's good, but we need some tweaks to make it work. But again, we need some EQing. Okay, it's nice, but actually it lacks of mid-range. So I have this nice little rave sound that I ripped from a Teddy Killer song. Yeah, I think it creates a nice little mid-range for the sound. Yeah, so we have the instrumentals now. And here comes the fun part, the basses. So let's load up a nice little Reese. It's quite heavy, I like it. Okay, this could be cool, but it actually sounds horrible, so let's fix it. Get rid of the mid-range a lot, because we need some space for the vocals. Okay, this sounds good, but it will be very boring if you just keep it this way, so let's make the bass a little more complex. Replace these notes, and for example this bass, very characteristic, I love it. Here, right after this very characteristic bass, bum, bum. Let's make another copy. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for, but with a different bass sound. Okay, so let's drop Space Banner after that, and this preset, the 1-beat pipe, sounds really good. But let's modulate the mix, something like this. Yeah, so the bass line is done, let's copy these. Okay, so to sustain Lava Attack head voice, let's be a little more creative. So let's sustain this bass. And create a pitch drop effect.
Super spicy, it's a lava attack.
Let's group this and let's call it basses. Okay, so the drop is almost done. Let's pull this forward. I feel like the instrument groups needs a little treatment. Now the highs are too much and it's too strong on the mid-range, so it lags with the vocals. Yeah, it's a lot better now. Now on the repeat, I want to create a new instance of the vocal and just crank this up to 7 semitones. But it's too cheap monkey, so let's go with the Complex Pro and just pull back the formants a bit. Now in the next sections I want to create a nice little funky lead, but we need to modify the chords. We need to fix the same thing on the basses too. Okay, so we just made some nice arrangement, but let's kill the open hi-hat here, so it starts only on the second part. So here is nice little lead. So let's see what we can do with this. Something like this could work. So after some modifications, right, this is cool, so let's make the intro and the build-up. Okay, the only thing I would remove is this percussion. This will be good for the intro, but let's make a rhythmical kind of thing from the vocal. Ooh, that's nice. But let's drop something here, like a one of the lower version. I love these little hits, but 8 bars is more than enough here. Let's drop some effects, and I love adding drones. Let's cut the lows and the highs. Right now it is perfect to add some space, but let's make even more effects to it. So this stupid laser kind of thing. And again with an EQ, let's match it with the other sounds. I add this little piece to have a little more tonality. As you can see, it is in C6, like the key of our song. It is better to always group these things so you can see the project a lot easier. But we definitely want to do something with the vocals. So my favorite is the reverse reverbs. Now, luckily in Ableton Reverb, we have this freeze button. So when you play the sound, you can freeze the reverb for an endless long tail. So this is the sound that I was talking about. And this is perfect for a pre-intro. Okay, so this is a section for the breakdown and the build-up. So what I'd have to do is take the vocals and the instrumentals, filter them, put the longest reverb on it, and just fade them in. Yeah, so here is the instrumental. Let's drop the EQ on it. Sounds so cool, it is very hidden in the background, but adds a very mystical kind of feel to it. And later in the build-up, we can use this to get the listener prepared for the drop. And also with the vocals, I automated this EQ and this longest reverb on it. Okay, but I want to sustain this lava attack sound, and the freeze button here can come very handy again. So using the freeze and resampling this one, right now we need risers and a drum roll to make the build-up complete. So I just use the loop from an old sample pack that sounds like this. Maybe cut the vocal reverb here. Okay, so for the risers we are going to just use a saw with some unison voices and a pitch effect, and the same thing but with an LFO. So this is a saw riser. Super simple with some reverbs. But for the voberizer I use a different wavetable. And like always I need a noise sweep. Now when we get to the breakdown, this space is very empty, so I like to put something here, for example like an impact sound. Right now it is cool, and there is one more area where I like to make some adjustments. I don't have a big problem that this space is very empty, but I want to add some transition effect here. So I just took the impact sound, reversed it, and add some pitch movement. So it's a nice suck-in effect that I actually love. So this is the final one. If you want to continue it, just go to my Patreon where you can download the whole project.
La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, see tonight you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack. La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, see tonight you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
Right, so grab this project for my Patreon below with the neuro preset pack. See you guys next time. Peace.